What's up, Ninja Online guys? Welcome back to the Cursed Forest. This is chapter 5. Yeah, when we last left off, we had just, well, that's, again, not what I wanted to do. We had just, cleared out this house. We got a rune from it for saving a rabbit instead of killing it. Because, you know, there wasn't really many options there anyways. So now, we're going to continue on. And, we'll see where we end up. How about that? So I actually read this map wrong, by the way. This is where we came from. That was the outhouse I just looked at, so I'm actually heading this way around it. Not looking forward to being there, but you know, it is what it is. I have to be on guard for bear traps too. Hopefully they showcase them. Ray of Hope. In my childhood, I learned two lessons. That animals are noisy as fuck. No, I'm kidding. The first I learned from my father. He'd tell me a simple rule, that you need to fight for happiness, and this fight might not be heroic like it's told in my books. For happiness needs to be fought for with fists, and one must be ready to sink their teeth into it. The second lesson I came to understand by myself via life throwing me together with doubtful people. There are people that are used to living in the swamp, and they will drag you with them there with them. Or, you can liberate them from such dilapidated lives. For this purpose, you don't need to be their friend. You only need to be able to control them. At a young age, I was leader of different social groups. We positioned everybody to be afraid of us and made even the stronger kids scared. We supported each other and were strong like a wall. But despite this, it was difficult to tell that we were friends. In my older age, I controlled people that tried to use me. I was always more cunning and could control them through their lies. I positioned them to think that they were in control of the situation so that I could make their vigilance weaker. So that in the end, I was the only one who controlled them. I am not complaining about my young age. On the contrary, it was pretty bright and allowed me to grow into a hardened character that people need later in their lives. Unfortunately, I was never really close with people. Friends, for me, is just a word. They're more like minions to me. To talk about women, I've had some companionship, but there have never been real love in those relationships. It wasn't until she entered my life, stumbled into my hands, to be correct. That's how we met. Her clumsiness was kind of cute, and my vigilance and strong hands never let her fall. She came to understand that I am the only person that will always hold her in solid hands, a give and an embrace that will keep her secure. But my opinion of her naive clumsiness was wrong. She had the same same steel character as I, but with that she was also full of light and kindness that was enough for both of us. With her, I was able to see a new view on life and have new thoughts that never came in my head before. It was the great happiness that destiny brought to me, and I am going to fight to keep this happiness. As my father taught me, I will not let this fire of our love dim. We are happy together, and it will last forever. Was that a bear trap, by the way? It was, okay. That's what I thought. Keep my eyes out for these bear traps. Hey, it's our friend, the wizard. It's our friend, the scarecrow. Got himself hunged again. Oh, yeah, of course. No, not the scarecrow. I promise for the next horror game we play, I will turn the webcam on. I am kind of regretting it. Well, I am regretting it a lot, actually, but it is what it is. The Descent. It's a bear. Alright, what do we got here? Illusion of Happiness, Part 1. During all my years, I could easily control other people's lives, but I never could handle my own. Only she felt real to me. Our relationship was like something out of a romance novel. She was like me, a strong person, but lost. We were evolving with our relations and becoming stronger, but because of my idiotic character, it all fell apart. I tried to resist, but my nature was too strong. I was taking her under my control. I couldn't be happy enough with her affection. I wanted her to become completely mine. I wanted all her thoughts and emotion to be under my control. We started to separate, but Sarah's birth made our love tight again. Unfortunately, it was short-lived as my wish to control things was projected to my daughter also. My wife was too kind to her. Our daughter is a bright person but fragile for this cruel world. I didn't want this world to swallow her and change her as it happened with me. That is why I did all that I could to protect her. The choice to protect her held me away from my beloved one. We became strangers to each other, and I started to search for my soulmate in other women. Got our teddy bear back. I see the fire all the way. That scared the shit out of me. Fucking bear traps, man. I was gonna say, I see the fire all the way out there. I guess I kinda can't, like, walk off the beaten path then, is what the game's trying to tell me. I do want to go back around just to see what I missed and what's back here. For example, this altar. Dun dun dun. I think I'm only missing one. Yeah. Okay. Let's head back. Alright. We'll continue on. Thought there would be something there, but there was not. Was not. It's a good thing I was over here, huh? It's a trap. I'm gonna eat this so hard. Ugh. I don't even know if there's actually anything over here. There better be after all this. Huh. No, it's just a shortcut. Kind of interested how he tripped that. Unless the apparition threw it down at us, which kind of makes more sense. the note. Illusion of Happiness, Part 2. People say that only by losing something can you understand how important it was to you. I came to understand these words through a very sad experience. When my beloved died, all our happy moments came back to haunt me. My love for her was boiling as strong as it was during our first date, but it was too late. In her last moments, I felt like a useless worm. I tried to retain the image of a strong leader for my people and for Sarah's sake. I needed to show them that I could stand strong on my own 2 feet. But inside, my heart was broken and I felt wasted. I couldn't do anything instead of watching how my wife was slowly dying. When our relationship became weaker, I searched for a new love and started dating another woman, instead of fighting for our happiness as I promised. I feel very ashamed that I couldn't change myself for her, not give up on her. Then she left me and Sarah. After I lost my wife, hatred consumed me. Hatred on this incomplete world that changed me, made me such a monster and took from me the most important person in my life. But I will not let this world take Sarah too. I will save her. I made 2 promises. The first is to take care of Sarah and not allow this corrupt world break her spirit. And the second is to never give up and not let anyone control me. I am ready to challenge the entire world and change it, no matter how it will cost me. I don't think I have to be on the lookout for, surprised that didn't break, for, bear traps anymore, but I still am. 'Cause you never know. This diverts 2 ways. Let's go this way first. Origin of the Spirit. In addition to research of the rituals, I've also tried to reveal the spirit's origin. What is his target? From where has he appeared? Who is he? Unfortunately, instead of answers, I only found more questions. If only I could know more about him. Maybe that would give me a tip on how to resist him. I could only find a few facts about him. He despises humans, thinking that he is higher than us. He feels our weakness, how fragile we are, and he knows how easily we can be broken by our own emotions and feelings. The strongest and best of us have piqued his interest as these people symbolize the greatest things inside us, which he seeks to corrupt the most. The rest of my findings consist of my own weak theories. I hypothesize that the spirit was once human and, corrupted by this cruel world, became a creation obsessed with revenge, or perhaps it was a godlike creature, tricked by humans that craved power and imprisoned by them. Maybe our human nature of selfishness and will for power and control has caused him to despise us greatly. I can make hundreds of theories like these, but what's the point? Such thoughts don't yield me any results, and my racing mind has made me begin to wonder what point there is in such desperately fighting for survival. When thinking clearly, I remember that I care most about my legacy than my life, and for this I will keep fighting. The altar. The fake altar. Let's go ahead and use the real altar and save, and then I can see what's crack-a-lacking with this thing. Can't say it wasn't expected. I'm gonna be so mad. I just know that's gonna be the only one I missed. Watch. Aha. Douchey game. There's like, here's one last bear trap for the road. Yep, I fell. Pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, maybe it was. I was walking and it like pushed me down, so I was like, no, no, no. What? I'm thinking it was supposed to happen. Wake up. That awkward moment when. All right. Still fucking bear traps, man. Ugh. What are we looking for here? 6 altars. Oh my god. And then 2 rune pieces. And a defensive spike. Map 4. Where are we? Here. I'm gonna go that way because interesting. I felt like there was a bear trap on the other side there. I'm looking for 2 runes here. Obsession and success. During my first days here, I met what remained of the new guests who visited the place before me, but the corpses didn't stay long. I don't know how they are disappearing. Maybe darkness swallows them, or that sinister gruel took them somewhere. The fact is, if you die in this place, you disappear from this world. During my research, I found that for the reverse ritual, you need to collect all parts of the sacrificed body. Searching for them was some kind of game. At first, I felt like a madman, searching for the remains of a dead body. But now, when I look at them inside my bag, I feel like I am a collector, finally completing its collection. The more remains I find, the more I learn about this place. It's like they guide me through the pages of their story. I think it's not a coincidence that their remnants were in places that played a significant role in the victim's life. After that, I found a rune stone. Finding it was really a headache. Also, I found out that the fire in the altars inflicts the dark gruel and makes her more aggressive. Oh. It's good to know now. My intuition inclined me to extinguish these lights to make myself more secure. Hopefully nothing will disturb me during my preparations for the reverse ritual. Lately, I have managed to avoid the dark gruel. It's become a game where I am winning. Few pieces are left. Soon enough, I will stop the curse of this forsaken forest. And, maybe, even get the opportunity to discover the sacred knowledge and power the forest's ancient civilization was keeping here. Even the thought of this makes me excited. Gives me the feeling of invincibility. I'm sure I'll survive. I've become a part of this place and adjusted to it. Scarecrow over there just chilling. I'm starting to think that there's no actual path down, so we can check that out real quick. I could be wrong though. It's the bear. Family bonds. I remember the first time I met him. He had a strong will and admirable strength, but at the same time, he was an especially romantic person. He used to pay attention to the neutral beauty in the world. He was smart and well-read. I fell in love with him like a teenage girl. It was like I found my perfect type of man. But after our wedding, what seemed to be a perfect life became a nightmare. He changed, acted like I belonged to him, tried to control everything, and the things that he couldn't control angered him. He lived with the philosophy that his personal rules are the only right ones, and everybody should obey unto them. The most terrible thing that I noticed is the strong independence and will that I had in young age was completely demised. But something still kept me with him. Despite that, I feel better when he's not around. But after the complete dark, a light is reappearing. This light was our daughter, Sarah. She's a great child. I'm so proud that even under my husband's severity, she still keeps strong and represents all the good sides that you can find in people. She's very honest and kind. She always seems to perceive this world as art. I'm so very proud of her. My love for Sarah gives me monetary chances not to notice how my husband is changing to the bad side, okay? Unfortunately, my health doesn't permit me to be with Sarah for very long at a time, as I would have wanted. All the time that's left I will use to help Sarah prepare for life when I am not around any longer. I hope my husband will take good care of her and make her happy. I was thinking that this backdrop specifically was tied to the leader, aka her husband, aka Sarah's father, but I'm coming to realize obviously the backdrop is just used for like everything. Because there was some notes specifically that used a different like backdrop. So I was like, oh okay, these are, represents the different pictures or the different notes we're finding. Collections, I guess, however you want to phrase it, but this is not the case. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Man, I'm gonna get clobbered by one of those. I'm not gonna be a happy camper. I'm obviously not gonna go in the water, but I just wanted to look out here. I paid attention to that map. Apparently there's something out there. I thought that was an apparition. 100%. I was like, oh, it's just standing there watching me, huh? Trying to make sure I'm not gonna get clobbered by anything. Okay, but if I drop down, back around the other side. So I'm guessing. Oh. Let me drop down anyways. Is not a bad thing. I love how the game's trying to entice me to go in the water. The game's like, you could go from here, you can go from there. I'm just like, I don't want to. And it's gone. Yo, if I look back across and he's over there, I'm gonna be so mad. Where the fuck is he? Also another altar right there. Sus. New world is near. The last few weeks have been very rough. We started preparing for the day that will change everything. Because of Yan and a few settlers that doubt my plan, ritual preparations are becoming harder. I've sent a few loyal followers to watch them and keep them on distance. Unfortunately, because of my preparations, I can't spend as much time with Sarah as I would have liked. I understand that there is no need to be sad, and I hope she does too. Sarah will not leave me. Because of the mission that Sarah's destiny has prepared for her, when the ritual is complete, we will spend even less time together. But she will be happier. I'm going to fix all my mistakes and will let my daughter fly freely from the nest. I will stop controlling her and let her make this world a better place. However, if she doesn't want to be sacrificed, then, that doesn't work at all. Just trying to figure out why there's a double one here. I think this one will work. Me so smart. Or I just fucked everything up. One of the two. Find out next time. Cursed Forest. I also now understand why, the game was trying to push me to go in the water. I was wondering what the fuck the purpose of that altar was. Is that the actual way forward? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Don't think there's anything over here, but I wanted to check anyways. Alright, well, let's get down there then. I will save too real quick. Just to be safe. Is that a boot? It is a boot. Didn't mean to come down here. I'll look on the other side too, but I'm not going in it if it looks deep at any degree. Kind of does. Maybe not. Two and two.